One of the earliest jokes I wrote that might work is I used to tell people, look, I'm from Pakistan. It's very nice to move to Dubai, you know. It's nice to leave behind all the problems of no jobs, no electricity, bad roads. I'm just glad I've moved out of Sharjah. It's great. And I know you'll have to cut this. Yeah. But it was also based true. I just moved from Sharjah to Dubai. Sure. My name is Salman Qureshi, and I'm a stand-up comedian based out in Dubai. And I've been here for a number of years now, making people laugh. I was from the Middle East. Like I said, I lived in Jeddah for a long time. And when I came here, I expected it to be the same kind of place. And I was surprised to see the difference. And I fell in love with it the first night I came out. It was nighttime. I was driving around. My parents had come with me to drop me off. I was a very young, hard to believe I was very young back then. And it was just, there's something about the city that I instantly fell in love with. Just the fact that people were nice, it felt welcoming, and almost like you know everyone. Quite a few. There were some comics I admire, obviously, like Eddie Izzard and Eddie Murphy, so a lot of Eddies, and they were all kind of comics I watched and thought, oh, it'd be great to do that. But at some level, I never thought I would do it, especially in this part of the world where you didn't have stand-up comedy traditionally, until I saw this American Pakistani comic, Saad Haroon, and I saw him perform and I went, hey, he's like me, but he's doing comedy. I could do comedy. So I think that really helped me jump through the obstacles and go, yeah, this is something we can do. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with just finding yourself and realizing this is what I enjoy doing. It was helped by the fact that most of my friends around my friend circle, they started getting married and having kids. And so suddenly I was left without anyone to hang out with. And I saw, actually my first visit to, my brother lives up in Connecticut. So I saw an open mic there, walked in, had the most horrible time in the world and thought, never again, we'll never do comedy again. But a bug had kind of bitten me, and when I came back, I found out some people were doing comedy here. It was just a handful of people. I got involved with them, and things just, you know, when I look back at it now, it just went through and through, and suddenly I had work coming from it, and I took a leap of faith and went, I'm gonna quit my corporate job and just do this. Yeah. It was where, you know, I wanted to cry. So I got up and you had like 4 minutes, and I went on and I thought I had these funny stories. You know, your friends tell you, you're hilarious, your family laughs at your stuff. I got on, and stand-up is a completely different style, and no one responded to any of the jokes that I said. And suddenly you're in the spotlight and you're going, oh my God, someone just sucked me out of this place, like transport me out. The only hard time I ever had was when I left my corporate career initially. It was a bit tricky because obviously you've gone from this nicely paid job with insurance and bonuses at the end of the year to working for yourself. And for any freelancer or entrepreneur, you start, like, cash is a different thing. And one of my ex-bosses came up to me and said, hey, look, I've got this great opportunity. At that time, I was about a year into myself, and it wasn't like a smooth sailing. It wasn't like I quit my job and comedy was amazing. I was struggling a little bit in the beginning of figuring out how to do this. And she offered me a great package. And I was like, oh, wow, like that's a lot of money, you know? And driving home, I actually cried a little bit. I've never admitted to this publicly. I cried a little bit because I was like, I knew I was gonna say no. And I felt maybe I'm crazy. What am I doing? You know, so there was the logical side of me going, what are you doing, Salman? Like, go back to work. But there's a bit of me that was like, I need to do this. And I'm so glad I did it. But it was a very heavy moment. That moment was like shattering me from inside. It was good. It was a life experience. Part of it was because I did go to New York and a few other places to see, and I thought I really enjoyed performing here. I got to perform to all kinds of like different people. So you have that experience of performing to Arabs, British, Indian, in a mixed crowd. I thought it really helps your career. The other thing is Dubai was full of opportunities in ways that people in New York aren't. You have to struggle to find 10 people to watch you there because there's, I think last count 2,000 comics in the city, and that's just official, probably more. In Dubai, people come and watch you. They appreciate it. It's fresh for them. And for me, that was a nice place to start off, rather than going into a place where millions are already doing it and you don't get nice opportunities. So Dubai gave me that. At the flip side, it's home for me in some ways. I've been here long enough. I've had my siblings here. My wife and her family are based here. So part of it was trying to give something to the city as well. I think I've got a lot out of this place, and I wanted to see what I could do for it.